Fashion to me is personality. It's the way you showcase who you are as a person, whether you're reserved or whether you're bold or daring.
Fashion unites people and it brings us together.
I started taking these classes in Livingston. It's Future Fashionistas. I didn't know how to sew at all, and then I started to learn.
I've always enjoyed fashion. Since I was little, I would always buy at stores the little templates that you can design and everything, and I knew it was something I was really passionate about.
You always care about your appearance and you don't care about anything else. That's a really big misconception because people just think that you're self-absorbed when you really just want to look nice.
I feel like you could come from any background and tell a story and send a message through any of your artwork.
Runways, sometimes it's not for everybody. I look at it as something that's more so for ego than for a representation of your skill set.
One of the designers I saw at Fashion Week was Chromat, and she includes everyone. She had a trans woman on the runway.
I like avant-garde, contemporary, very unusual pieces. Nothing that's too mainstream. I feel like anybody can do mainstream, but it takes a particular woman to own who she is and what she's wearing.
The thrift stores are where I find the best vintage clothes, I would say. I like that style a lot, like the 80s and vintage and stuff like that.
I would definitely say that you need to know exactly what you're doing in order to be taken seriously in the industry.
Before you jump into a project, you really have to do your research. You really have to find a source of inspiration. That's the most important part.
And be good at it, own it. I think once you own that you know exactly what you're doing, then people will be able to take you seriously.
I think it inspires people to look at it and then take it into a fashion sense and create something out of it.
I think that any designer, doesn't matter the aesthetic, if they really know the body, then they can make really beautiful garments.
So really, fashion designers figure out and set all the trends, but people wear adaptations of that stuff.
They tell me wow, that's really a competitive field to go into, and I know that I have to work really hard for it to be successful. And I feel in the end we all have each other's back, we want to succeed.